Hello Hattrick friends! It's been so long since I've been able to stream on a Saturday, so I'm thrilled to be able to welcome you to an HTI Community League stream on a Saturday. I think it's been 8 weeks or something since we last covered any matches in the Hattrick International. And I have to admit that Saturdays have been more problematic than I had expected once we started out with the community project. But here we are on a Saturday, and let's see if we can make it work. Today, in V.130, unfortunately Partalov has been abandoned for a team in Wales, I think. Unfortunately so, we've lost an active member here, but we still have a few active members. Today we have of Orpingtons against FC Kachak. Partalov will be hosting HTI League, who are towards the bottom of the table. That's something different to see here. They've traditionally done well in the Community League, but apparently not this season. Bonnet Bay up against Gladiatorsi, Wrocław. Okay, maybe not the best ever at Polish, I suppose. Aldrington AFC host BK Snaphanen, Swedish team. It must be Blekinge. So that's the matches for V.130. Let's just add them up in the viewer. Let's see. Might have to do some cleanup here. Oh, I guess it's already added my own match against Papai ELC. So that's a match today. Bagheera United versus Forgy's Fanboys. Papai ELC against Hound and Hilde. Parking Bus up against bots from RBC Terracora. And Yellow Submarines play against the Farrier Black Sheep. Let's add it to the viewer as well. Quite a gap between Bagheera and Hound and Hilde, second and third. The chasing pack 15, 14, 13 and 10 points. Hopefully we can make a bit of a gap to the submarines here. Now let's see if we can find a monster at Hound and Hilde. Like an insane player. Let's see. Calling up the scouts here. Oh, they're all 16. Solid playmaking. High scoring potential, perhaps. That would be awesome. But he needs to be 16 years and 0 days. 16. Think of the number 16. Think of the number 16.0. Maybe I was too quick there. I don't know. Yeah. Easy decision to let him go, and hopefully we can add some luck to next week's pool. Maybe just save the luck for 2 scouts call tomorrow in Denmark with Fabrikken and Kalvehavs AF. That's a bit unfortunate. So for my team in Hattrick International, I didn't actually enable the Hattrick Youth Club. So let's see. Maybe it should be like this perhaps, and scout trick. Let's just move the chat away from the screen. So this is... Hamrende. Oh. Yeah, oh, yeah, okay. Perhaps it could definitely be better. Same goes for this guy. Bjarke Lemvig. It's not like we found anything that's truly exciting. Rukassen, the Danish team. Quite pleased with this guy. Powerful. I mean, with these starting stats in playmaking, winger, and passing, you could definitely pick him up and give him some scoring and train him to be a forward in the future, I think. 29 days. Promotion. Into Calvario. A bit old, actually, Carloferri. Acanceloni. Hopefully he can be decent. And wouldn't mind finding a spec on this guy. Unpredictable, that would be mint. Perhaps this guy will have to do. At least he's got some sub skill in scoring as well. He's 7.4, so he'll be above 1000 TSI. Hopefully could be a quite good sale. Now, when you are in a situation where you don't have any truly future stars, browsing the global players could either make you very hopeful or make you very jealous. I think I'm perhaps a bit more of the latter, if I'm to be completely honest. Man, okay, so look at this guy, powerful. Is this like a PDIM something? Yeah, maybe. He's so good that you can't really train him without wasting some sort of skill. Look at this unpredictable Spanish fella. Solid defending. Excellent scoring. Excellent passing. I mean, who wouldn't love such a player? Overall 7. Man. When if we also pay attention to under 21 age. I mean, perhaps this guy. Triple solid. Passable and inadequate. Quick. Probably a winger, right? Yeah, it's actually not healthy to look at these. Maybe that's what why I started coughing again, because of me being way too envious. Unpredictable. What? He's in a bit of a hurry. 48 days until promotion, but wow. What about the best quick players? Let's have a look. I've seen this guy. 3 matches. Okay. Okay. I want this guy. 3 matches missing. What? What? Look at this guy. How much do you reckon this guy would sell for? 34 days to promotion. Okay, perfect age. Yeah, it doesn't do me any good to look at these players. I'm getting envious. Luckily, we have a live match starting quite soon, so let's just focus on that instead. Hey, Hamson. Ooh, Hamson. Did you play a match already? You did, because you're up to second. Yeah, the new version. Yeah, it's quite nice, but I still think it has a tendency of scoring some players too highly, which will never be able to reach the potential at the age of 17. Your best, the best RMA, 2755. I forgot to see what my best player was actually. That's probably Erik Kirk. Let's just take a look. This. There it is. Let's just grab another look. Yeah, I know, but I know that the main component of the score is about raw potential, but that's just a bad way of calculating a score, because the score will always be about the age, like when is he promotable. Either if you want to train your own player for under 21s, or if you want to make a good sale. But and then again, it does produce some flashy colors, right? Like he added glow to these when they are rare and beyond. 2880, Erik Kirk. He'll be reasonably good. $28.80, yeah. Now matches have started. I did see you are selling the former national team players. Did you bring in a few new guys? Let's see, yellow submarines. Magical. That is right on the money. Exactly losing a midfield battle by 1 sub level. You can't do any better. How are you on stamina? Weak stamina. You sure? Inadequate, weak. Inadequate, passable. Are you absolutely sure that you'll... you don't have a... But then again, in a 50-50 midfield battle, these conversion rates, you should be in for a good match. Sure. Parking the bus. Let's see. It's a bit silly to play. I guess it's a bit of autopilot syndrome. Forgis fanboys, they are up against Bagheera's extraterrestrial counter. Ooh. The donut strikes today, I think. I think it'll be a donut strike. Aldrington. Lots of goals coming in this one, I think. Could be a high scoring game. Hitting the donut next Saturday. Are you playing me next Saturday? Didn't we play the double round against each other? Yeah, we did. Papaya ELC. Magical. Attack on wings. That should be a good one. Orpington. Bagheera at home. Oh. I bet he won't be expecting you to hit the counter against him. That'll be a surprise for him. Padalov. Yeah, obviously they won't be doing well being abandoned at this point. Eternia lead. Likely to get 3 points and a boost to their goal difference. Bonnet Bay. Mythical attack on wings. Pressing. Formidable. That might actually work. Pressing doesn't necessarily have to be a super high tactical level in order to work well. Season is finished anyway. Parking the bus with the first goal of the day. Francesco Mocchia. Couldn't he slip up? I mean, underestimation towards the end of the season and all that. Is he playing Remita? He's got the strongest team, or max rating anyway, away from home. I certainly hope that it's not the end of the season. I've started training scoring with my Danish team, and I am feeling the complications of having to play core midfielders in attacking positions or in forward positions at some point. But I've won 9 out of 9 games, just like in San Marino. Hopefully the gap is big enough to win the league. Mohamed Jabin down the left. There it is. One 0 for Havnenshelte. It is worse when attackers need playmaking. Yeah, I can imagine. Because then you start taking away your chances of generating the chance to score on. So that makes sense. Feels like all out attack. Yeah. I think one of the problematic things for like the season in a nutshell right now, because it's a coincidence, I'm playing number 3 and then second place during week 2 and week 3 of scoring training. And if you imagine that it would be week 10, they would naturally have more scoring and it would be a bit easier to generate attack ratings against them. But it's also about getting it out of the way, getting it over with. After the scoring stint, I can train and I can interchange between playmaking and passing however I want. Hey Marius, good to see you in the chat. Good evening to you as well. And that will be quite helpful in order to start balancing some competitiveness as well as some training. But I mean, having trained my core players, they are almost ready. They're almost 25, so they've trained what? 7, 8 seasons? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. That'll be the 9th season. It feels, even though it like you have to think about how to try to balance some performance now, because performance also means more money for when it gets real tough. But it's nice to have to think about more things than just optimizing training, and it adds another dimension to the game. Wow. Padalov dropping to passable organizational level. I committed too much passing earlier due to under 21. Passing is nice because it gives quite a bit of flexibility if you can train it late. And obviously having the training playmaking while you are developing a midfield, like a core midfielders for your team, that should just be lovely to be able to train that. So yeah, 15 weeks of scoring to go before we can feel the freedom. Minutes, 12 minutes played. Not a lot of goals yet. No serious opponents after around the level for the number 1 team in your league, or? I mean, that is a downside of like the situation in San Marino, because there's so many divisions with like all but 2 teams being bots. So if you're unlucky, you slip up. Could just be promotion chance over. Corner 2, winger 2 head event. Daniel Iversen, Snapanen, and it's Arnel Rasic with the assist on the right wing. Strong header from Daniel Iversen. It's the better sector for Forgis fanboys here. Stevie's team. Definitely prefer to get the chance in the sector where you have 3 times the chance of scoring in the other side. Here comes the counter attack though. Kind of the same for me after Bagheera. Yeah, I guess Bagheera will be the final obstacle. But you can never know against against the counter-attacking team. But you should be stronger. Parking the bus. 3-0. Wow. Rafael Fairbairn. Doing what he can in order to perhaps get a bit of a shot on the top scorer list. I don't know. Let's have a look-see. He's nowhere to be seen. Retsin. Doing good work at top of the list. And he could very well add a few more to his tally today. Saw a 15-year-old 0 days youth player today at my mentees team. I think I saw someone posted on the Discord channel a while back, 15 years and 0 days, but it's quite rare, I suppose. I am actually signed up as a mentor, but it's not very hard work because I think, honestly, I've only ever tried to have one mentee replying at the initial message I sent. The rest just... Let me sign up to find a mentor, and I'll never log in again. I mean, I think there's something up about the timing. Like, when does the Hattrick newcomer experience introduce you to, like, hey, you should probably find a mentor? Because I think maybe they should consider doing it at another time, because, yeah. Right now it feels like all of the mentees I have signing up for my mentorship is just sign up, log out, see ya. It's a bit of a weird one. Got injured in the first match against Havnens Helde, and then he played half a match in the second. Scored 3 against Yellow Submarines in the home game. Romail. Linklet. Oh, I guess someone is owes a bit of a fine and missing an 82% chance. How could you? Penalty for Aldrington, Carlos Salas, but it's a miss. 18 minutes in. Free kick. Salas with the chance to redeem himself after a missed penalty here. There's the equalizer. He's better at free kicks than penalties. Rasic? Where did you... Oh. Yeah, a cousin who went to Sweden, it seems. Corner kick. Kachak. Sorcic. Wow, they are trailing against the bots here. Vasovic from a corner kick. Now they are on the attack though, Orpingtons. It's on one of the side sectors, so it could be... And there's the equalizer. Instant reply. Well, that's a nice way to reply, at least. Bagheera. They counted down the right 62%, but they actually missed it. Wow. They will not be satisfied by that fact. A reload time here. Injury for Partalov. Olic leaves the match and is replaced by Offenbach. Miguel Martorell. Chance to give Eternia a lead. The lead. Good opportunity. Rui Oliveira. What's up? Easy win today? Yeah, relative. It should be. We're leading at least. I hope you're doing well. Martorell. 1-0 for Eternia Elite. Yeah, it should be an easy win if you look at the sectors here. Did you play already today? Guessing you are from Brazil or Portugal. And if you are from Brazil, you haven't played yet, I guess. Later in the evening. Portugal, okay. But I guess you've had a chance to find something from the scouts. How did that go? Did anyone find anything nice today? I've had two more or less 17-year-olds. So yeah, next week. Here comes Andreas Retzin. We've talked about his goal tally. Could very well take, yeah, he does. 12 league goals this season now. Speak of the devil. 27 minutes gone. Partalov about to drop in organizational level once again. Nothing good defending. Weak potential. Overall 4. Yeah, that overall 4, that is definitely a tough one. Eternia lead up by 2 now. Angry Clark. He looks angry. Fitting name. Snaphanen for the free kick. But it's a yellow for Jordan Pickett. Almost 30 minutes in. One chance, one goal. 100%. "15 years, 100 days. Passable scoring and oh, am I reading that wrong? Anyway, it's another goal for the Black Sheep. Gerdbo from a corner. Falkerberg, the man with the assist here from the corner, that is. Also, he is currently 4 on defense. Is he 5 overall? I'm not entirely sure how to read that. Yellow card. How many teams I have? I have 4 teams. I have 2 teams in Denmark, the one in San Marino and one in the Hattrick International, providing Danish players. What's your team called? Yeah, I guess it's not unlucky to... Oh, headers, but it was a regular corner though. So... Gladiatosi. With a goal from a quick event, Busada. And I think they have a penalty as well here. Will remain weak in passing. No, defense. Potential... Passable. Okay, overall 5. Yeah, I get it now. Isetonas. It's funny, we have another regular viewer on the channel from Portugal, and he's thematically he's also about well plant related. I mean, he's a farmer. He's into that. Oh, you are just recently started. I see. The fanboys, yeah, he also has the fanboys. Bagheera attacking down the left. But his main club. Let's see. I say Donas. Returned at the end of 2025. I mean, often you see people returning years after. I mean, it's good to see that a new team is losing heavily in a friendly, because that usually means that you're training something which is useful. So, training forwards. I see you are training 2 technicals, which may work, but if you played many years ago, back then there was no man marking, and the TDF forward was probably overpowered. He was too strong. Okay, you're training scoring to make money in order to start a wing cycle. That's probably also a very good choice. One thing about, like, from a money perspective, the wing cycle isn't what it used to be, because the mono-skilled wingers have become far more common. They've dropped in prices. Every player have basically dropped in price. Okay, so here you've got a powerful header and a quick. Okay, yeah, well, it looks like you are definitely doing something in the the right direction. Bagheera has taken the lead from that left attack before Palle Bækgaard. Tons of chances here. Colin Hanrahan. 3-0 for Eternia lead. And Dumagasiev could very well be 4 now. It is 4-0 for Eternia lead. They've actually overtaken Bonnet Bay. Vagn Sønderby. Misses the set piece chance. Wanted to play more teams and the homegrown championship, but still reluctant to give 100 euros for a browser game. Yeah, it makes total sense. But again, if you are heavily invested into your Hattrick experience, I mean, try comparing that money to I don't know, like if you compared it to a streaming service or something. I mean, ideally, if you were spending that time playing Hattrick, reading forums, trying to find out more about the game, yeah, it's a strange comparison, I guess. Yellow Submarines pull one back. Antoine Margot from a left attack. 7%. That's very lucky. Kristen Vester attacking down the left for Havnenselde. And it's 2-0 now. Hey McCulloch, good to see you in the chat. Yeah, I guess today that actually makes sense to wish everyone good luck. Because we don't have anyone playing against each other in the chat today. Good to see you. It's been a while since I had a chance to stream on a Saturday. And last Saturday I was actually at a wedding. Battling since I had been in bed all week. That's not okay, but I can concede 1 if I score another 3. Uranium? What's up with Uran? Uranium? Chinas. 59. How could you? Bagheera has made it 2-0. Unpredictable event. Valdemar Filtenborg. Unpredictable event 40 minutes in, and now it's 3. Bound Sønderby. From the right. My iPad sent that. It's gonna send yeah. Oh, so it's an autocorrect. Uranium though. How did it come up with uranium? But I remember, like back when I was a long time ago, when I was a teenager, the Nokias had that spelling system with the for the text messages, where you could just, instead of pressing repeatedly to cycle through the letters like A, B, C on one, where you could just press once, and for some reason the word masseødelæggelsesvåben, or weapon of mass destruction, that was pre-coded into the dictionary for some odd reason. Those linklet guys aren't very lucky, are they? So the chance not to score twice from 2 times 80, that's 4% to not have scored. Marko Suvakorov. From the counter, that's the right back, but it's a miss. The best sector, but not very threatening with a 10% chance. One of the things I want to do is improve the coach. I have 2 level 5 assistants, 1 level 5 doctor, but the main coach is only level 3. What's my opinion, suggestion of getting a better coach? Well, it definitely makes sense to upgrade. It's too late now for you, but it makes more sense to upgrade to a level 4 coach before you upgrade your assistants to level 5 from level 4, for instance, because the training effect you get from your coach, when you increase his skill, you don't increase your injury risk as well, like you do with your assistants. But my guess is you have your level 5 assistants on pretty long contracts, so it's not an adjustment that probably make a lot of sense for you to do anything about at the moment. But I would always, like, when you're fairly new with your team, find your trainees before you do anything. Because it doesn't matter to have a better coach or have the assistants employed if you don't have any objects to accumulate the training effect on. Then you get the staff, and then the first thing you do as well. The first thing you do is you, at the very least, you build some VIP. Oh, but should I get an old experienced player to recruit internally or just make the money? That's actually a good question, because nowadays you get a player offered. You get a player offered, which you could possibly convert not into a very great coach. I think I would probably save up and buy a level 4 coach with poor leadership to start with, and just to train with that level 4. As you can see, I started with a 4-4-4, got a 4 external coach, and a player with experience cheap. Yeah. Yeah, for the first it's not a bad thing to, as soon as you can, like if you have the player set, if you have your, like the first expansion for the stadium done, and you have your like pretty good like 4-4 staff basically. Once you have that set in place, it makes good sense if you already start looking for potential coaches to convert at a later stage. But as in the beginning, leadership doesn't matter. I mean, if you're spending money on leadership initially, you're just wasting it, because it's sort of a multiplicative thing when you play with the leadership, like the team spirit, like the application of that. You want to have something to multiply it onto. But there's no harm in having a future coach ready early on, because he could basically just run in your team until he's ready. But I would definitely €2.1 million to level 5 coach. Yeah, I wouldn't really start worrying about a level 5 coach until at least you have like money for very good trainees, or if you found something in your own academy to train. Like for a money-making scenario, I would never ever consider it. Heck, I'm not even considering it for my cycle builds beyond the first coach. I don't have the money. All I have to do with level 4 coaches. I guess you could also be more intricate, like making a more elaborate or intricate plan for like a secondary team. Once you have like, for instance, when I came back to Hattrick in what, 2000, was it 22? Yeah, I guess it was. I had an idea that training playmaking would be useful for my youngsters, but that's the most popular training form, and it didn't yield a lot of profit. So I had to adjust to how Hattrick was back in 22. So when I started my team in San Marino, I could do something from day one because I had the knowledge. Black Sheep is still on the old coach, pre-wage. Yeah, my coach in Denmark is also on a... He's not on the very good deal where he just have a player wage, but he is on a 2k euro rather than 20k for a level 5 coach. And he's down to rigid leadership, so... Oh yeah, you have the excellent deal. Yeah, I had I got one of those transition, like we're changing this in the season, so we have one season where you can get it at a reduced cost before we do the actual change. So you can find them here. Oh yeah, because he's just on a player wage, right? Yeah, this guy was supposed to be on like 200,000. That's what he costs if I recruit him now. But I'll... at least until he drops until disastrous, because I need to get all of the training output I can from this guy. Absolutely. Absolutely. You can see the difference here in San Marino. I have to pay. Oh, can you see when he dropped? Yeah, maybe from team messages or something, right? So this is a much bigger expense. Oh, yeah, okay, you have a chance to... Now I'm actually curious to see how long was it since he dropped to... How quick is the drop in training skill after reaching disastrous leadership? Is it almost instant? Ah, it's gone. Should be mentioned in the unwritten, yeah, probably true. The coach. When leadership drops to disastrous, only a few weeks later the coaching skill would drop with 1 level. Yeah, I think I've heard that it's even, like, it's more dire. It's bound to happen. But it could also be 1 in 3. Yeah, I've been able to train 2 of my players in the Danish team with, like, the starting players. They are at formidable and excellent experience. So it won't be profitable to convert them to excellent or level 5 coaches ever, but I probably wouldn't. Maybe if I had a would swap right away with mine, reach 1. Yeah, I think that's also, like, the fact that I have the opportunity to train with a level 5 coach for 10% of the price makes me want to utilize that for as long as possible. But as soon as there's no advantage there, I think it makes sense to start making use of the leadership players anyway. Like, if I get another season worth of training, yeah, I have 2 players ready with some leadership for when I'm starting to compete. And I should probably look for a 3rd. Yeah. 2 days for the birthday for Rico Olstrup. That means Sanotti is also very close to... Yeah, he's a week away. It's going to be good fun when the players are getting ready to compete. Just a minute and a half now until we are ready for the second half. Oh wait, I forgot to add the top flight matches. Leaders trailing right now. What's the transfer compare for Sonati? Let's find it. It's not that high. I mean, but that's... I mean, there's no header. Yeah, that's half a year ago. So for a header, yeah. I mean, it's not all that impressive, right? But that just shows how deflated the market is at the moment. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's a playmaker or like a striker at that age. Prices are just insanely low. It's ridiculous. I've seen some like magical 21-year-old magical wingers used to be 10 million euros. Like if you go 8 seasons back, they are down to 40 million or 4 million euros now. It is crazy. I mean, I truly underestimated the effects of the HTL closing. I thought it would be improving. And it seems like the adjustment to the return from the board reserves haven't done anything. Haven't done much, at least, to give more managers more liquid funding to increase the spending. But I don't see them increasing it anymore because it's also a very, very delicate manner to try to stimulate an economy. It can easily spiral out of control. And then you could like the homegrown league is not going to increase any demand at all. Same goes for the Hattrick Fem. It will not have an impact on the market at all. So I guess it will take a while before. But in some way, I don't think it's too bad that prices on average are lower, because it means that the money that you make from sponsors and spectators, like theoretically, you are closer to having a strong team from the money you can generate that way. Okay, there's less profit to be made in the market as well, but the passive income of your teams will get you further, as it is right now. Your wingbacks are done worth 90 to 100 million Danish. Oh, they are still quite valuable though, wingbacks. But it's also a very complex like amount of training, right? The defense training is a huge time sink. And safe to say your wingbacks are quite good as well. Yeah, that magical defending. On a wingback, that is sounds like some awesome players. White Stripes not able to take advantage of the impending defeat for the Nihilists at the moment, but perhaps they can change it. I don't think they're up against a counterattack here. They're not. $87,000 spectators. That's pretty good take. The Turtles are completely done. Defending champions last year, I think. Last season. Corner for Orpington's Christian. Into the far corner. Is that a goal here? It is. Parking the bus needs a bigger stadium. They really do, yeah. Especially in the sun, right? 98% of the sun. I'm pot bashing. Yeah. They definitely need a bigger stadium because they're also fifth, right? So. Havnen til det 4-0 now. Sofat Nak. From the left. Yeah. Attack ratings slowly dwindling due to the pullback. That's expected. We are opening a gap here. 45k. I've actually forgotten how big is stadium at. Yeah, I'm at 45 now. $45 inside a little grill. Yeah, I guess you could actually do... maybe it's because you come down as... like demoted. Yeah, 22. In Denmark I have 2,500. But that's because I've never demoted. How do you enter the homegrown league? Well, once you open a secondary team, you have to pick what country you want to play in. And you could then, instead of picking Portugal or Denmark or Sweden, you pick the homegrown league. And then once you pick the homegrown league, you actually get to select which country your players will be from. Cash makers. Trying to see if they can mount perhaps a title challenge. The top team and good fans. Yeah, but the fact is, oh, I got a red now. So fuck knock. Double yellow. Send off. He also scored a goal. Who are we playing next week? How bad is that? Oh, we're playing against Stevie. Oh, I need to get one back because he actually did me so bad in the first match. 4-1. Has it been that long? I was so busy those days. I was finishing my my diploma project those days. So like Steve was writing on Discord, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to beat you like that," and I was like, I couldn't care less at the moment because I was just like so busy because I had to deliver my paper on that Monday, and it was on Saturday. It was like, yeah, whatever, just win as much as you like, just don't bother me right now. And then thinking about that, it's been it's already 6 weeks ago. I mean, time flies when you're having fun and when you have stuff to do, I guess. It's a good thing we have a pretty big drawback, psychological drawback at the moment. Journey lead 5-0. Miguel Martorell Second goal. Eleven, 11, 12. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge being man-marked here. Pavel Nedved. Well, at least a few legends. One hour gone. Could use a goal soon. Yeah, think. I mean, you've already missed those 80%ers, so I'm guessing there'll be something on the way quite soon. Orpingtons are in trouble against the bots here. Vasovic. Was it it was a right attack. 8%. Wow. Wow. Yeah. You absolutely hate to see your team going down against such percentages. Here comes parking the bus. 18%. Phil Campbell hits the crossbar here. It's still in play. It's a goal. It is in. Yeah, I'm thinking the next goal will be the black sheep. Man, I'm so starting to get stoked about next season in San Marino, to be honest. Provided that we promote and everything. I mean, we will need to win all the matches to just have a shot of direct promotion. So again, part of dropping in organizational level. Down the left. At this point in the match, it's twice as good as in the right side. Alcino Coterio. But yeah, 3%, 2%. So you're telling me there's a chance? Montri Yunda. It's a good save. What a 1%er. Kachak. Bob Orpingtons. Steal the ball here. Jamie Woodward. Hits the crossbar. And out of play here. Bakira, 3-0. Counter down the right. Wajustad. Norwegian striker here. With a diagonal run. Towards the right. And it's 3. I was wrong. It wasn't Black Sheep to score the next goal. Surely. Surely it can't be long. Havnetelte, 36% down the right. Vagn Sønderby, 5-0. Yeah. Consolidating third place at the moment. Antwin. Margot. Oh gosh. Yeah, probably. I mean, that defeat against Stevie, right? Yeah, that's... What on earth is up here? That actually means that the third place is not consolidated at all. But yeah, I mean, surely this can't last, right? Havnen 6. Corner to head. Svagn, Rønstad. Boom. Kawanishi. Oh, they actually missed this time. Wow. Turnier lead up by 6 as well. Miguel Martorell. It's a hat trick. 5-4 in the chance distribution. This is unbelievable. Aldrinson, Stephen Shipley. Down the... Oh, that's not the favorite sector. Reload. It's a miss. Patrick Vile with the miss. Down the right. Yeah, can have no complaints about that. It's probably fair enough. Submarines attack once again. Brahui. Oh, I think it's a negative, unpredictable event here. Oh, he actually almost scored an unpredictable event. Wow. I'm guessing it's about time it's your turn. Game engine having a bit of a moment here. Turnier lead. Missed this time. Oh, Miski was the team name. Was very confused there. Erik Ramuta. Reducing the lead. 3-1. Still nothing happening here. 15 minutes left to play. Mount Sønderby. There's the 3-1, 3-2 goal. This time it's Linklet. Redeems himself with a goal here down the left. 78%. The first one of many. About time, yeah. I understand the way you feel at the moment. 7 for Havnenselde Bojanowski from Mount Sønderby's quick event. Denmark will be up against Romania in the under-21 quarters. We're playing Friday. Yeah. And hi, Marian. Good to see you in the chat. We were following it last night on the Danish national team stream. And yeah, probably the worst draw for us, because Romania has the most team confidence and probably also highest team spirit, without being able to tell it exactly. Now it's 4-2, Simon Apol. And Makers have made it 7 against Turtles as well. That's a tough one on the former champions in Hattrick International. We've got a under 21s generation like never before, with so many talented players. Oh, but hopefully, like when you are like talking about a team on like a superior generational level, hopefully you're talking about like the World Cup generation. Still, we should have some pretty good players as well, because I know for a fact that my winger didn't get called up in my secondary Danish team. And he was at excellent form early in the solid and excellent form early in the campaign. Then he dropped off, so it was a lucky choice as well, I guess. But he's at 2200 HGMS, so I think Denmark has at least wingers should be very strong. Bojanowski scores from a set piece now, 8-0. Love to see it. Make it 4-2. It is a game I expect a 3+ win. Snaphanen has taken the lead 2-1 now against Aldrington Akile Rogati. I don't see any reason why you wouldn't win with another goal here. Makers 8-0 down the left. Gamund Hansson. But it will definitely be an interesting game on Friday. I mean, coming in with all like the resources in terms of like having team spirit and having the team confidence. The thing is, I'm guessing, like it puts you in a position where you would want like the condition to, like, you have a good chance of having the best possible chances of a gold medal among the remaining teams. So you may not go hard for the quarterfinals, but some teams do go hard for the quarterfinals, because if you win the quarterfinal, you are sure to get a bronze medal, right? So it's a bit special at times. Havnenselde keep scoring due to special events. Even for us, Denmark at this stage isn't the easiest draw. We were hoping for a team that would come after playing mods. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense as well. Miguel Maturel, 4 goals today. Aldrington with the equalizer. Stephen Shipley, central chance here. The White Stripes are able to come a little closer with the equalizer against Kane and Abel. Injury for Egon Toth. He's replaced by Nancio. Bagheera on the counter now. Or were you still? Five counters. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the fifth. Yeah, that's on very much on the lucky side. Reload angle here. Then he miss, on the other hand. 8 minutes to go now. Six. The White Stripes are certainly trying to make the most of it now. They have turned it around and now just 2 points behind the Nihilists. I had 6 last Sunday with bad taste. Six, like even with a 25 divine plus 5 tactic level, 6 counterattacks is... that's a lot. And the way that, like you mentioned, the way it works, like converting the 6th to a counter, like the chance should be so low. So low, but yeah. Bagheera. If you can't score on the counter, why not just grab a regular chance down the middle and make it 4? Make us 9. Håkan Kvarnstål. Attila Fea tries his luck directly on free kick, but it's no good. But it's no good. Free kick to Parking the Buster. Yeah, it's a goal directly on the free kick following that counter attack. Franceschetti. And it's the equalizer, helping the Nihilists. Still 4 points clear. 4 games to go after this one. What? They scored 3 times down. Okay, it was a more very different scenario early on during the match. Angry Clark. 8-0. does remind you of The Simpsons, right? It certainly reminds me of The Simpsons, that name. Final whistle is drawing ever so close. Need to go. Good luck. Thank you. Yeah, we'll need more luck like next match or against stronger opponents. But thank you, and thank you so much for stopping by, Oliveira. It's a pleasure to have you in the chat. And good luck with your team. It looks like you are certainly doing some good stuff with your team. So yeah, feel free to ask any question at any time. Also in game, of course. Looks like Parking the Bus will get a final chance here. Simon Gambrill. Checking down the left. Could be 6. Good chance, and it is. Clariatosi, Basam Al-Masri, stopped by the defense. Wallace Brayshaw, I think he's training keepers. Peaky at Barnet Bay. Some strong Oceania keepers, actually. We're into the final minute of regular time here. Let's see if there's the chance to make it +3. Five minutes at it. I've never seen that, I think. I might have, but it's quite rare. Christian. Bob Orpington's grabbed the lead against the bots right at the brink of time. Here comes the black sheep. Diving header by Linklet. Does he have a brace to his name now? he doesn't, it's actually saved. But the chance to make it +3 was there for sure. PNF goal, and then an unpredictable, more stuff happening here. Padulia 9 for Havneshelde Patrick Vale, and both Orpingtons grab a 4-2 win against Kachi. Wow, they actually made a 4th. Can't click it now. 5 now for Ratoncitos. Edward Dassi. What, only a 73% miss? Yeah, it's been extremely unlucky in that regard. We got a good plus today for the goal difference at least. Parking the Bus scrap a 6-0 win against RBC Terracotta. 4-2 for Black Sheep. And Gladiatorsø wins 2-0 against Barnet Bay on round 10, sorry. Makers 9-0, they win against the Turtles. White Stripes pull back 1 point on the Nihilists, who lose 3-0 against Luileo. Might be the way to pronounce it. Bagheera wins 4-0 against Porky's Fanboys. And it's a draw between Aldrington AFC and BK Snaphanen 2-all. Ratoncitos grabs a 5-2 win against Miski. And the final match to be concluded. Havneshelde scoring 9 out of 12 times today. Also 5 minutes added between Makers and the Turtles. Not very common to see it twice in one day. Three times even. Yeah, I guess it's a little unlucky to only win by 2, but sometimes it's about recording the win and not thinking too much about the details of the match. %10 chance he scores twice. Yeah. But then again, it depends what it's about, right? If it was about winning that, like the jackpot in the lotto and you had 10% chance, would you play every week? I mean, most people probably would, right? So I guess it's all a matter of perspective. Let's take a look at V.130 first. Gladiatorsø leading, and they'll be playing Paddle next week, so unlikely to see them having less of a gap after round 11. Snarpanen plays against Buff Orpingtons. Attorney Elite up against the Bots and Orpington. AFC versus Bonnet Bay. Kind of a classic in V.130 at this point. Let's also take a look at V.109. Title decider. Like if Black Sheep win, right? That's probably a decided. On the other hand, Bagheera will also have to face Hound and Zelda, for instance. It could be decided next week if it's a home win between Black Sheep and Bagheera. Hound and Zelda versus the Fanboys. Oh, we have to get one back. Yellow Submarines against Parking the Bus. That's also a nice match. Yeah, I have something next Saturday, of course, but I mean, that's more the given than... Yeah, Bagheera could take the lead with a win on Saturday, but he would also have to face Hound and Zelda, and they know how to score goals. So, yeah. If you win, you are the champion. That's fairly certain, I think. So, yeah. Anyway, it was nice to be able to stream such a Saturday game. It's been a good while since the last time, and we'll have to see when it lines up. The stars aligned for such an occurrence again, but probably not next Saturday. And then yeah, next Saturday as well. I'm also I'm going to a wine tasting in Copenhagen, so yeah. And we'll see when it happens the next time. Thank you for being in the chat and following the games. Perhaps, there'll be Sunday streams tomorrow, so you might see what goes down then. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, guys. Have a great weekend. Have a great rest of the Saturday, and if I don't see you on the Sunday stream, have a good Sunday as well. Take care. Bye.